I think in my last video, I've told you that women and men are not getting along anymore in Korea, and a lot of that has to do with our military service. Our men are required by law, we are required to serve in 2 years, around 2 years actually, for our country. And although the salary has kind of bumped and treatments have gotten a lot better, it still is somewhere you would prefer not to be, right? I mean, some are assigned to very cold and hot places without proper air conditioning or not so desirable food, I guess. And also, you sleep, well, let's just say not in your room. It's gotten a lot better since I was there, but still. But some of the comments that I've read, they kind of misunderstood my words. I did not, and I repeat, I did not blame women for Korean military service. I mean, where is that coming from? All I said was only men are required to go to the military, and it would make men feel a whole lot better if they are appreciated and respected. That's what I said. And that is the very beginning point of men and women uh, respecting each other again and appreciating each other again and getting along more so that we can get along more as a country and start having families and start growing our communities and stuff. That's what I said. Okay, that is not uh, disrespecting women in any way. I don't disrespect women in any way. I'm just saying that maybe for their own good, for their own survival, it would be beneficial to try going to training camp, which is a system that doesn't exist in Korea. So you have to find some other ways. Well, you have a couple of days of Marine training camp, but then again, it's like not really a training camp, but still. Like if I had a daughter, I would later send my daughter to a Marine training camp. It's not like, uh, not even a month. It's like a couple of days. Okay, that's it. Anyways, so all I said was basically we're not getting along because of this difference to begin with, but there's nobody that make would make men feel that they're appreciated as a country. Men, women alike is taken for granted. Like nobody appreciates them enough. And that's what I feel sad about because in Korea, people are not getting along anymore. Old, young, fight. Men, women, fight. Left, right, they fight. Next door, upstairs, downstairs, they fight. Just a small, tiny parking dispute, they fight. Neighbors don't get along anymore. That's what I've said, which makes me sad, which makes me sad. And with all these social media and online posts or articles about some crazy people cases, we become so paranoid and sensitive about what could happen to us. And that's becoming a big problem in here too. So, like, I met some very wonderful people in Korea, but overall, our society is becoming more paranoid and sensitive and very kind of victim minded. Yeah, which is sad, which is sad. So, in conclusion, I have nothing but respect to our military men and those who served. Uh, Me, myself, I'm also a veteran. And I hope that we show some appreciation of our armed forces because their pay is bad, their treatments are bad, and the outlook for the whole entire military organization is kind of grim because people are not listing up for joining army anymore. Yeah, I know that I've said it's a mandatory requirement. It's a mandatory requirement to serve, but some people serve as enlisted men, which are basically soldiers, like private first class kind of stuff. And there are NCOs and officers, but The mandatory service is the shortest as enlisted men, so they serve the shortest, whereas NCOs and military officers, they are career military men, which is basically necessary in keeping the military organization intact, but people are not signing up anymore. They have excessive hours of work, very rough work in, I would say, tough environments. Like they have to stay outside for long. Sometimes it's really much heat or much cold, and they risk their lives, right? They're on the front lines. Well, some of them. So, yeah, there's not much that we're doing right now to support our own military. So, some say like North Korea is poor, but North Korean government and their military powers are not to be messed with. They have millions of soldiers. Nuclear weapons are probably dozens right by now. I mean, we have 0 nuclear weapon, and they have a lot of biological, chemical weapons that they can deploy, which are basically called weapons of mass destruction. So their ability to sustain the war is poor, but their ability to attack and cause destruction is very high. It's very high. And their leaders are some of the most maniac leaders in their history. Like, for example, in their predecessors, at least they tried to make things better for North Korea. But this time, this leader, absolutely not. He's just awful. Well, that's a lot of talk, but let's just say I want best things for our country. And I want best for you, okay?